And he told me, Chase, be patient. You guys are ahead of the market. That man's name was that was Angelo Cisco when we interviewed him on Jim's podcast. He was a gym owner who had a bigger gym than me. Who he was ahead of me in the coaching space at the time. He's since moved to consulting for corporations. And the things that we were doing, that was not the first time that I heard that in my gym. I heard it from somebody who mentored multiple gyms. He came on our podcast and he stopped and he said, "Hey, to the members that are listening to this, you have somebody, you have an owner who cares, who is ahead of the market." And I kept not listening to that, right, guys? I kept going, whatever. This isn't quite taking. So well, guess what? For the last couple of years, I just went full send. And let this story be your permission slip to go full send if you see something to fix that the market that's just a little bit ahead of where the market is. I'm not saying sell something people don't want. I'm just saying I'm giving you permission to be ahead of the market, to see the holes to fill. Because for the last couple of years, that's what we've been doing. We've actually been combining business systems with helping you to get out of your own way, helping you to step into the identity of the business owner who runs the thing via a very simple system, not this circle jerk of healing talk that you all get on a Zoom call and talk about your problems and then nobody actually does anything. Talking about a very, very simple system to move the resistance so that you can take action while also implementing everything that I've built, that I've learned in the last decade, from building a sales team and teaching coaches how to market and sell as far back as 2015, learning how to sell a perceived luxury for myself, selling thousands of dollars to new clients of high-end personal training, and then enrolling them in packages that were anywhere from $400 to $1,200 a month inside of our gym. Tools from that stuff combined with coaching that has people firing their therapists. And we've been doing this for years now. And you know what's happening, guys? Is information is everywhere. You can go get those business systems in a book or on YouTube. So what are all the marketer bros doing? Right? All of a sudden you see this stuff, people that I've considered hiring before. It's like, wow, they're making a little bit more money than me right now. And they're making more money because they've been in the game longer. They're making money because they were selling false promises. And what I've realized is they start coming around now and they go, "Oh, hey, it matters why you're doing this. Oh, hey, guys, you might hit those $50,000 months and have it feel empty. You need to really check yourself and do the inner work. Hey, guys, you need to, some of you in here aren't, you're not doing the work to do the work. Like you don't have a clear specific goal. And that's why this feels empty, because you hit the months and it's not what you actually wanted. You don't know what you want." Now, anybody who's existed inside of any of my coaching, whether it be business coaching or anything prior, knows that those are things that we were doing before the market started going, "Oh shit, AI is going to take my job. How can I show up and be a real human again?" Crazy, I know. And yeah, this is me saying, planting my flag and saying we do this better than people. Like, ads can be ran by AI these days, guys. Ads are incredibly simple when you have the right offer. And guess what? The right offer is incredibly fucking simple when you can quiet the noise enough to get out of your own way. From there, any business systems will work. It's just which ones actually work for your business. Which business do you want to build? So for those of you out there, the visionaries, the ones that are looking at the fitness industry and know that you have the next level, but people are just like not quite sure what it is yet. And you're still figuring it out. Those of you who are looking at personal development and you have a new tool or a new something, but you know that you're just a little bit ahead of the market. You have two options. Like, you can fold. You can say, nope, I'm going to go sell what the market is doing right now. Or you can stay just a slight edge ahead of the market. Now, here's the catch here. Do not take this as a permission slip to ignore what the market wants, right? You still get to communicate to them where they are. However, being a little bit ahead of the market, having a slightly different fix than what everybody else has. That's going to be your unique selling proposition. That is going to be what sets you apart. That is going to be what has people going, oh, yeah, I've talked with like 4 other people, but you're the only one that I even got on a call with, because you're actually selling something you believe in. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually selling something I believe in. Because aside from the money, my clients send me messages like, hey, man, I appreciate you more than you can imagine. And I still look at that and go, and we just worked a simple system. That's all it was. And that's coaching to me. And right now, AI is flushing the marketing bros out of the business coaching space. And they're all of a sudden I see them talking about, oh, you need to have a purpose and a vision, and you need to be ready to step into the next identity. Homie, I had over 1,000 one-to-one hours of coaching specifically in that stuff. Not to mention like tangentially in other sessions. So stay ahead of the market. And no, for those of you, the visionaries, because I know a fair amount of my clients are the visionaries. You're the ones who have something that like the market is ready for. They don't know they're ready for it yet, though. So you need to package it in a way that speaks to where they are right now, even though it's something that 2 to 3 years from now, a lot more people will be talking about. Keep going with that. Trust your gut on the way that you see to improve on how people are doing this. Because if you just fall in line and say, oh, I'm going to do it how everybody else is doing it, I mean, you might be able to turn on ads, run a funnel, and like make some money, but you are going to get lost in the noise. Your return on ad spend is going to quadruple, or is going to go into the toilet. Your cost per client is going to quadruple, and you're going to wonder why. Well, because there's nothing special about falling in with the crowd. There is nothing special about saying, oh, yeah, well, I'm just selling something like everybody else because I know that's what works. Stay ahead of the crowd, because sooner or later, they're going to start catching on to. And I can tell you from experience where I did it in my gym multiple times. I was like, we're going to pull off and just give the members what they really want. And then 2 years later, I see people doing the exact same thing that I had started doing 2 years prior. If you are a visionary, lean into it and let yourself be ahead of the market. Okay, there are people who I have paid good money to help me with sales and marketing who now are talking about things that I've been talking about for 3 to 5 years, and like it's new in their messaging. You can go out and make a lot of money and make it in a way that will highlight these things, that will highlight the need for purpose, the need for vision, and you'll get to the top and feel empty and wonder why, and then you'll get to backtrack it. Or you could do it from the start. And you could build from your vision, from your compass for your life. And that, my friends, is the only way to truly create a magnetic brand. Everything else is just marketing hype and ad spend. I promise you. I was going to record a completely different YouTube video. I'm going to go record it now. But this is one of those things that was ready to be said. So this will get posted YouTube and podcast, as some of y'all are enjoying YouTube and see me sit here in my office and just talk at the screen. The next one that is coming is the differences between $10,000, $20,000, and $50,000 per month. That will only be on YouTube because there's going to be a bunch of visual aids there. I love you guys. Thanks for being here.